Hello, welcome to TisTalk.
This is a podcast coming from Tisbury, Wiltshire and surrounding villages. I'm Julianne Murphy.
And I'm Mary Myers. It's the week beginning Monday, the 4th of November. Hello, Julianne.
Hello, Mary. Mary, you've got a glint in your eye. I feel there's something you want to tell me.
Yes, it's a little bit of Tisbury news.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, they've been doing all this work around the South-Western. It's actually not to do with that. It's about the South-Western itself. And
Okay.
the two are not connected.
It's just a coincidence
It's
that
just
they're
a coincidence.
chucking mattresses out of the southwestern windows and clearing it out.
Exactly.
And they've cleared all the shrubbery and trees from the field next to it.
So, all I know is about the South-Western.
Okay.
So, the company that bought it on behalf of the co-op is now selling it.
Ah.
So, the co-op is not going to develop the South-Western as a shop, and it will shortly be on the market again.
As a pub
Well,
or a development site.
yeah, but only the building. So I heard this from the company that are clearing out the South-Western, and then I double-checked with the parish council and they confirmed that that was correct. But the man who was clearing it out said, everybody must be thinking the two are connected, but we're not. So he was conscious that it looked as if the two things were connected. That is a little bit of movement on the South-Western. I mean, who will buy it? Who knows?
Well, I think all in all, that's really good news.
Yeah, at least it's a bit of progress.
Yeah, that it's coming back on the market. Somebody might buy it and develop it or turn it back into a pub or do something.
Yes.
But just not let it rot.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
just so depressing just to see what is a lovely building just not being used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder why the Johnson brothers decided to clear the field all of a sudden out of nowhere.
That is a mystery that we still don't know. That is still to resolve. Another thing, though, that I have resolved is the whole mystery about the ghost on the
Oh, yes,
on the
Mary,
square.
you've been very busy. So tell us.
So I went into to Albany House, the care home, and apparently it's just that the ghost is up there, left over from last year's Halloween decorations.
Oh,
so that's
okay.
the mystery of the
So they've just
ghost.
creeped us out for the last year for no good reason.
Exactly.
Okay.
There we are.
We start with the 5th instalment of the Yew Tree Chronicles, and this week the Tisbury Yew is remembering the Normans.
The Saxon period was trundling along quite merrily. Well, that is, if you are a beautiful, vibrant, youthful tree as I am. Get it? Probably, though, the local peasantry might have taken a different view. What with the constant striving to put food on the table, working from dawn until dusk, sleeping in near proximity to your stinky animals, never-ending mud to trudge through, illness and death, a constant threat, and a lot of kings with a name beginning with E. Well, by the time it got to Ethelred, I'd given up trying to remember. As you can imagine, it was a shock and pretty annoying then when the news arrived in the village that King Harold, whose name one could actually remember, his reign was over, as was the era of Saxon kings, forever. It was 1066, and one arrow in the eye had called time on poor old King Harold. The Normans had arrived. Oh, the Normans. Well, they weren't quite up there with the Romans, but boy, did this lot know how to kill and plunder and then reorganise everything to their own advantage. They say if your ancestor was a pal of Billy the Conk, William the Conqueror, and good old Will bestowed land and money for your loyalty and ability to crush Anglo-Saxons, it's highly likely your family still has that land and wealth. It's grown exponentially. Anyway, this ruling elite of a king and his barons spoke Norman French, while the everyday locals carried on speaking Old English, and Latin, of course, remained the language of the church. Lucky I'm a linguist. For the peasantry, it represented a clear distinction between them and us. But by the time they started building our St. John the Baptist Church here in Tisbury, the Normans had well and truly established their rule. William de Braos was one significant Norman baron who was awarded land around Tisbury and also a manor house in Downton. Can you imagine? And guess what? He was a trusted supporter of his king, William the Conqueror. I rest my case, my lord. One similarity with the Romans was that this lot knew how to build something that would long outlast them. Churches and castles popped up all over the place. Strangely enough, though, not Wardour Castle. It would be a few centuries on before that structure was to materialise, but it was built on fortifications that these early Normans put in place. In 1086, the Domesday Book was created. That was a great survey ordered by William the Seaman, and in it, Tisbury was recorded as having a significant population of 300 to 400 souls, and it included several mills and our church. Apparently, no mention of me. Outrageous! Tisbury's greatest treasure ignored. As far as I could tell, other than a nice new church and a few well-turned-out ruling class types attending it, life for your average Tisburian carried on being relentlessly hard. As the centuries passed by, I did notice more and more men standing and staring up at me, measuring out imaginary bows made from bits of me, I surmised. But thankfully I was left alone. Other lesser youths were chosen to make the long bows that a young Plantagenet called Henry V would use in a battle called Agincourt. Next week, the Plantagenet dynasty is on the rise.
The Yew Tree Chronicles. This is TisTalk from Tisbury, Wiltshire.
Now Mary is having an interesting time in the Rushmore Woods near Tollard Royal, picking mushrooms under very strict supervision.
Well, it's Saturday morning and I'm here in Rushmore Woods with a group from the Tisbury Natural History Society. There are about 12 of us, and we've come with trucks and knives and waterproofs, and we're looking for fungi. So this is a fungi foray, or fungal foray, led by Andrew Graham. And we've all sort of spread out under the trees here. You can hear the birds singing. It's about 10:30 in the morning. There's a bit of a mist. The sun's trying to get through. It's a very beautiful early autumn day. It's very peaceful. We're going to see how many different types of fungi we can find. Yeah. So I'm here with Andrew Graham under this beautiful beech tree, and we've just been looking at the species and you've been identifying a few, but you were telling us a funny story about
a restaurant.
A restaurant.
Yes, well, I was just explaining sort of two major groups we were looking at here, the gill fungus gill mushrooms, like a conventional mushroom you get in the shops, and the bolete mushrooms, which toadstools, which have pores underneath, lots of tubes. And one of the most edible ones of those is the sep, or penny bun, which is quite highly regarded, and you can pay a fair bit for in a restaurant. So one day I was taken to a restaurant, posh restaurant in Covent Garden by my brother-in-law, and we were treated to whatever we wanted. So I saw this menu item which I fancied, which had seps in it. And said dish arrived, and the mushrooms in the dish had gills, like a normal shop-bought mushroom. So it was a con, they were charging you extra for a special sep penny bun toadstool, and you didn't get it.
Was it nice nevertheless?
Oh, it was nice, yes, and it was a very, very nice place. We were being treated, so I never said anything about it.
And have we found any edible ones today?
I always completely avoid giving an opinion on whether something is edible or not, unless you're absolutely sure it's best not to. There's a very small number of deadly poisonous mushrooms or toadstools, and some of them are quite common, and they can be easily misidentified, so it's best not think.
And you've organised this walk here in the woods on the understanding that we wouldn't take any away to cook anyway.
That's right, and everybody will be advised to wash their hands before they eat or drink anything afterwards. Yes. The likelihood of anybody being ill is extremely slim, but it's best to leave things where they are and leave it to the experts. Now, there are some very knowledgeable people, but there are so many different species of fungus in this country. It's easy to make a mistake. The deadly ones are utterly deadly, and your liver and kidneys have gone before you even know there's anything wrong.
Ooh, scary.
So, yeah.
And they have these horrible names like Destroying
Angel and Death Cap. And I've found at least Death Cap here on a previous visit.
Have you?
So hopefully we'll find one.
Chink.
But most mushrooms are perfectly safe and perfectly inedible.
Right.
So, yuck. You wouldn't bother.
Generally avoid unless a real expert tells you to pick and eat. Yeah.
But this is a very good wood.
Rushmore's lovely, isn't it?
Yes, and because it's been here for forever and a day, the fungal flora deep in the ground and in these trees has been able to establish, and they're all interconnected, and it's extremely rich. That's why an ancient woodland is so valuable, because if you took a farm, took a ploughed field which has been treated with pesticides and fungicides for years, and plant trees on it, within 100 years it'll look like a woodland, but the sort of the fungal flora will not be there. It takes centuries for that to re-invade, and so that's why ancient woods are so valuable.
Yes, there's another one here. I think this looks like a bolete. Got that spongy underside.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there we are. It's got a kind of velvety top.
Yes, that's nice, isn't it? Look at that. That is a stonker. Who got this one?
We did.
Wow.
Team.
Is that a penny bun?
No, it certainly isn't. But look at the colours it changes when you cut it.
It's not a penny bun because it's red.
No.
But it is a bolete.
It's a bolete. That could well be, and it may well contradict me, a Satan's bolete.
Satan's bolete.
It's possible.
Because it's very red.
Blood red colour.
It's got a very thick stem, which is reddy orange, and then inside where you've cut it, it looks greeny yellow, rather nasty actually. And then underneath it's a lovely russety red. So we're packing up now, we're finishing.
Enjoy your mushrooms for lunch.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Put one on the send a photo.
Yeah, jelly babies. Smash a colour on there.
TisTalk, a podcast from Tisbury on tistalk.buzzsprout.com.
Now a new item from two men who call themselves the Ramblers. Nigel and Iain are countryside volunteers for the Cranborne Chase National Landscape. Over the coming months, we hope to listen in on more of their nature and wildlife ramblings when out walking and from their shed quarters. From where they launched their new podcast this week, here is a taster.
Hello, I'm Nigel.
Hello, I'm Iain.
A big thank you to Mary and Julianne for our invite to TisTalk.
Nigel and I have started a new podcast based in and around the Cranborne Chase National Landscape that will include interviews and walks, focusing on conservation, wildlife, history, and most importantly, people and places.
I have come up with a way of deciding what walks we could do.
That's interesting, pretending he doesn't know what you're going to say next.
There's over 60 walks on the website, so I'm sure we can find one of those, but I do have a random way of finding what our walk will be.
Go on then.
Because I've produced this digital spin the wheel, and it's called Where There's a Way, There's a Walk.
No, where there's a wheel, there's a way.
Oh, yeah. So where there's a wheel, there's a way. Hey!
That's very good, yeah. So where there's a wheel, there's a way.
Get it?
Yeah,
yeah.
I do.
Yeah, I'm here all week.
Yeah.
Well, here until next month. For more information about Cranborne Chase National Landscape, go to cranbornechase.org.uk. So it's a goodbye from me.
And it's a goodbye from him. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
Should we say more then? We just said goodbye.
And we look forward to welcoming Iain and Nigel back to TisTalk sometime very soon. Now, here's another appeal on behalf of the Link Transport Scheme with Anne Martin and Alistair Brown.
I'm sitting with Alistair Brown today talking about Link, the wonderful service that we have in Tisbury for taking people to medical appointments.
The enjoyment of talking to people that you, in many cases, never met before. And you can really find out so much about Tisbury, history, the people, the individuals, and it makes one's whole job of being a driver very satisfying. I just enjoy it enormously.
Good. So Link is desperately in need of drivers. So if you feel that you could help Link, please call this number 07484 284 670 or email tisburylink@gmail.com. We really hope to hear from you soon at Tisbury Link. Thank you very much, Alistair.
I've enjoyed it enormously, and I would recommend people to join Link. Very satisfying, very enjoyable.
Find us on Facebook at TisTalk Listeners and Fans.
Next, I talked to Louise Downton about the Remembrance Day Poppy Appeal. So I'm with Louise Downton, otherwise known as Poppy Lass.
Correct.
And we're on the high street, and you've got a little stall here, and you've got quite a lot of different products, some of which
I've handmade, yes, for the Poppy Appeal. Yes.
Great, and what have you got?
We got beakers labelled with our poppy designs. We got homemade poppies for the animals, which are purple and green for the animals of war. We got our standard poppy in felt, all red and green for the soldiers, bookmarkers and poppy bags.
And we're only at the beginning of November, very early November, and you'll be back next
weekend.
Yeah. And then when's the service?
It's Sunday. It'll be on the 10th. And then you've got Armistice Day on the 11th of November. Right. So we got 2 parades in Tisbury this year.
So looking ahead to the Remembrance Day events, on Sunday the 10th at 2:45pm at the War Memorial in Tisbury, there will be a wreath-laying ceremony, and at 3pm at St John's Church, the Remembrance Service. Then on Monday the 11th at 11am at the War Memorial in Tisbury again, there's a short act of remembrance as well.
There's a new TisTalk every week wherever you get your podcasts.
Now it's been Halloween and we've got the November the 5th celebrations coming up, so lots of wintry sort of festivities and dressing up and so on. And I went up the high street, down the high street, firstly talking to Abby at Albany House, then to Shelley Crouch at Coffee Angels, and then I ended up at the Nadder Centre right up the top to talk to Harry at Coffee Devils. Okay, so I'm with Abby at Albany House. We're standing in the hallway here. Some of the residents are having their lunch. Now, Abby, you've got an amazing display here of Halloween spiders and all sorts of things. Can you tell us who did those?
It's our Deputy Manager, Stacey Brown, and our bank staff member, Amy Hurst. They did all the display. Right. They do take their time and effort into it all.
Yeah, they do.
So, yeah, it's phenomenal. Really phenomenal what they do. And
it is.
We have children coming in afternoon, evening.
Now, you've got quite a scary spider outside, but there's an even scarier ghost right at the top of the building. Can you tell us about that?
Well, he was actually there from last Halloween as well. So it just saves us going up the attic, and he's just been there ever since. And so yeah, he does have a name, but I cannot remember the name. But he has been, he's a character.
And who made him?
I think our handyman, our maintenance man. So.
Oh right. Do you know his name?
Gary.
Right.
So,
okay. Yeah. Right. And is that part of Albany House, or is that a private flat?
No, that's part of Albany House as well. So
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a permanent Halloween installation. Just a tiny bit about you, Abby. How long have you worked here?
I've been working here 10 years. I'm a caring assistant. Love my job. Love all the residents that've been here throughout the 10 years I've been here.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, so we're just standing outside Coffee Angels with Shelley, and look at your amazing display. Tell us all about it.
We can't take credit for it this time. It was the wonderful Steph from the swimming pool, from Tisbury Swimming Pool. They're running an event tomorrow night in the village for Halloween, and she had so much stuff she offered to do our windows for us. So thank you, Steph. It's wonderful.
Would you mind just describing it a little, what we can see here?
Well, she based it on us girls. So one window is Shelley's, which is the killer formula, and me meant to be doing the paperwork and chucking paper everywhere, and my to-do list that I never do. And apparently all the eyes on the pumpkin is because I never take my eyes off everything. I'm still watching them, whatever they're doing.
Okay.
And then we've got a killer coffee for Kelly's window, which is her killing everybody with her coffee, and Sandra's wonderful kitchen window, which the children are looking at now, which is all the beautiful bacon baps with flies and cockroaches and rats and everything in the window. But so far it hasn't put anybody off coming in for our food. So
that's amazing.
It's all good.
Well, thanks very much.
No problem at all.
Thank you, Shelley.
Thank you.
So, as part of the week's celebration of Halloween, we also have Harry, who is up at Coffee
Devils. Coffee Devils at the Nadder Centre.
So that's the new name.
Yep, this is our new name. Coffee Angels have now been demoted, I'm afraid, and the Coffee Devil is around.
Okay, so we're standing in front of your new sign, which I think has been done beautifully by your mum, Shelley.
She's come and decorated around my new signs, one of which is has got a featured sort of mini sloth, if you like, which is supposedly supposed to represent one of your sort of local coffee devils.
Okay, and it's a furry little devil there with little glasses on, and the special horns, which have been adapted from the previous Coffee Angels sign. Is that right?
Yeah, the wings have since become horns.
That's it. And there's fire underneath. The flames of hell are licking up over the Coffee Devil sign there. So good luck with your new venture.
Thank you very much.
And we look forward to more coffees from Coffee Devils.
Can't wait to supply it.
Just before the What's-Ons, here's a notice of something that's happening Wiltshire-wide. It's the Green Open Homes initiative run by the Wiltshire Climate Alliance. Wondering where to start to make your home warmer in winter and cooler in summer and to save on energy bills? Visit an energy-saving home to find out how your fellow Wiltshire residents have approached this challenge. Here's Jackie McQueen from the Wiltshire Climate Alliance to tell us more.
What is lovely about the Green Open Homes event is that you go by appointment to visit a homeowner and just have a chat with them for 3/4 of an hour, and they will show you their journey, which will almost certainly have started off with draft proofing, and then as time goes on they will have realised that they were saving money and energy and having a much warmer and more comfortable home from the technology, yes, that can be involved, but it's not only that. Okay. But obviously Tisbury is a beautiful part of South Wiltshire. Homes in Swindon might be a bit far away, but rest assured many homes are offering WhatsApp visits, so you can make a virtual visit. And there is a kind homeowner in Tisbury who's doing that for those people who live in North Wiltshire.
Right, okay.
So that they can virtually visit his home.
Okay, lovely. Thank you very much, Jackie. And the Green Open Homes runs from the 9th to the 17th of November. And here's the website again, wiltshireclimatealliance.org.uk/Green Open Homes. And you can sign up either to offer your home as a show home, to show your green initiatives that you've taken, like an air source heat pump or an electric car, or you can sign up just to go around someone's house who lives nearby and who's got some interesting energy-saving technology or ideas already installed.
You're listening to TisTalk from Tisbury in Wiltshire and the Nadder Valley.
Now, the What's-Ons with Lau Pointer.
Today, Monday the 4th of November, between 10 to 12 noon, up at the Nadder Centre, the Tisbury History Society archives will be open to view. On Tuesday the 5th, chair yoga will take place in Hinton Hall, organised by the Memory Group. This is free to attend from 11:15 to 12:15. On Thursday the 7th, at the Victoria Hall, a screening of the film 6 Inches of Soil, the inspiring story of young British farmers standing up against the industrial food system and transforming the way they produce food. The screening will be followed by a debate. Doors and bar open at 5:30 p.m. and the film starts at 6 p.m. Also on Thursday the 7th, fireworks at St John's School, Tisbury. 5 p.m. the gates will open. Fireworks begin at 6:15 p.m. Advance family tickets are £12, advance single tickets £4. They are available from St John's Primary School. On the gate on the night, family tickets will be £15 and singles £5. Access strictly only via the school front gates for safety, and it's cash only on the night. Saturday the 9th, Young Nature Watch Fossil Hunt will be from 3 to 5 p.m. at Wallmead Farm. Later on Saturday, junior tag production Star Warts May the Sauce Be With You at Victoria Hall, with the evening performance starting at 7:30 p.m. Tickets from website tisburyartsgroup.co.uk or on the door. Doors and bar will open 30 minutes prior to the start of the show. On Sunday the 10th, the Magic Lantern Film Club will be showing the movie Sink or Swim at 7 p.m. in the Victoria Hall. Also earlier in the day at 2:30 p.m, there will be a matinee performance of Star Wars May the Sauce Be With You. Detail as previously mentioned. Have a good week.
That's all from us. We've been Julianne Murphy
and Mary Myers. Special thanks this week go to Liz Coyle-Camp and Tom Davison. Liz is our fantastic Yew Tree, the voice of the Yew Tree, and Tom provides the music, and Anne Martin and Lal Pointer.
You can contact us on tistalkradio@gmail.com.